You're watching The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building. I missed her last time. My daughter was in the hospital. I had to leave.
Yes.
But she's back, and I'm glad to see her, Miss Issa Rae.
Hey, I didn't get that last time, so I was so happy to hear that intro. Thank you for
morning.
having me
Very
back.
special
We just found out some very important information.
Remember what happened when you started?
Regina
Now,
Hall.
hold on. Somebody who is friends with Issa Rae, they actually flew here from L.A. together to New York, gave us a little tidbit.
Issa, don't tell him how you fucked your way to the top.
Her name is Regina Hall,
Yes.
and she said that Issa fucked her way to the top. I don't know how true that is. I'm just gonna ask
Miss
the
Rae.
question, Issa.
No, I did not fuck my way to the top. First of all, I'm not at the top, so I would have been a very poor fuck if that would have came. So
But now hold
she's
on, you've been
incorrect.
having your very own show that you actually created and wrote and starring on HBO is kind of the top.
We just started. We're season 2 is about to start on Sunday, so we'll see.
Are you nervous?
I'm nervous, but I'm more excited than nervous this time around. I think season 1 I was mad nervous. I was just
Season
like,
one
people gonna
popped
like
off
it.
so crazy.
Man.
People are in love with you guys, and now you gotta. This is like the sophomore jinx. Like,
Envy, why are you
throw that out
saying
your
that?
Sophomore jinx.
Because I'm nervous.
No,
People are
it's
excited.
sophomore jinx.
It was better when Envy wasn't here for
He just
this.
putting it on you.
Let's just pretend.
No, it
Turn
is,
back
but
on.
you
worried about
tapped
that.
into all the insecurities.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, you always have pressure coming into the second season because people are like, "Are you about to top season 1? Is it gonna go down?" And that was one of the things like we focused on. Like, I didn't want to come out the gate, even just in the writers' room. It was just very clear that we want to keep it grounded and stay in these real people's heads and make sure that we're just telling an authentic story where it's not about twists and turns and how we can top ourselves. So I'm nervous, but I feel really strongly about all this stuff we're exploring this season. Like
Like what?
one of the things I'm excited about, like just a bunch of stuff that Black women talk about, but you don't get to see on TV. Like we dabble into the hoe phase.
Oh,
season.
okay. Every woman has to go through that whole phase.
I think there are 3 categories
Break it
of
down for
women
me.
in the hoe phase. There's like the first category of women. Not everybody partakes. Some women are just like, I wanna meet my king. Or I want to like keep it locked, or I want to, I just want to give it up to who's right. And there's a specific category. There are those women. Then I think there's some women who engage, and they're like, I'm about to have fun. I'm about to just go out there and I'm about to do me. I'm about to fuck all I can and get my numbers up. And some of those women are unfortunately relegated to a specific category in guys' eyes as hoes, and they can't get out of it. Like they're just stuck being hoes and can't be.
But let's
And
be
it may be
clear.
by choice.
But
Maybe by
let's be
choice.
clear, guys love women that they call hoes too at the same time.
Because guys
They'll be
are
quick to
hoes.
call you a hoe and still try to talk to you.
We don't want to know you a hoe. That's not true. We don't want to know.
But I mean,
But it don't matter.
Yes,
Because
it does
even
matter.
when you find out, y'all will still talk to a girl.
No, we'll
that
still
you-
try to smash. What? Not
Some
talk
people
to.
end up married to them.
some people, and I feel like that's the third category of women who are able to
Talking about
just
Kanye, by the way.
like seamlessly, like they can double dutch into hoery and they get their fix and then they're out and they're
And
done.
they jump out, right?
They jump out.
And what's the third phase?
That is the
That
third
was a good
phase.
one.
Oh, okay.
You know, it'll be interesting to see you on this season because you are single, not by choice.
Still can't believe you
So
cheated
I
on
guess
Lawrence.
you're going to be dabbling in hoism.
I mean, I think you're just gonna see her. You're gonna see these characters figure out who they don't want to be. So I think there's she's vulnerable at this point, and she's had her heart broken. She broke her heart, and I think she's just like, I think she wants Lawrence back, but she has to figure out what she wants for herself.
That she was cheating with.
She should go back to Daniel.
Yeah.
Why? They didn't really end on the best terms.
He was pretty nice though to her. He seemed like he really liked her.
He was I thought they were
And
a
you
good
guys
match,
had
but she
chemistry.
wanted Lawrence. She wanted Lawrence, and she realized after she had sex with Daniel that Lawrence was the guy for her. It just was too late. It could have all gone well if Daniel hadn't showed up to that fundraiser. I strongly believe they would have still been together and flourishing.
Or if he hadn't
Yeah,
sent that
because
text
Lawrence would have
message.
never known.
That's true.
The thing about the whole phase too, I always say most women go through their whole phase in college.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think college is a good time to go through your whole phase, or just even in their early 20s. I feel like there could be an expiration date, and I've always thought that,
30.
but at 30 is the expiration date. I
I-
don't know, because they say women
just
have the best
depends.
sex in their 40s.
Yeah, that's actually what Regina Hall was just saying to me just now.
She
was
would
saying 'cause
know,
men
right?
don't, but women do. But the other thing is, like, I have friends who in their 20s found the person that they were going to be with, settled down, but then things didn't work out. 15 years later, but they never had that phase.
Yeah, and then you're asking yourself, like, is it too late for me?
Yeah,
and
so there's no real expiration.
The whole phase is got to be hard with the social media era because everything's on social media.
But are people tweeting out hoeing right now? Me? On my whole shit.
I do
pictures, people, it's hard. There's no sneaking around anymore.
I do sometimes try to write "Let's go out" and I put "Let's hoe out" and I send that to my friend. The G and the H are right next to each other. I've done it so many times.
It's a Freudian slip.
Yeah.
I think that's what that is. But I don't know. I feel like there is a lot more. One, I think because of social media, I think people are more open about talking about their hoery. And then there's a lot of people blast people. Like there's so much, there's so much like cruelty in terms of exposing people.
Exactly.
When it's like you slept together. You guys made the decision to sleep with each other for the most part. When
How are
it's
you gonna
consensual.
blast me after you decided to sleep with me?
Exactly. Yeah, you wanted it at one point.
And it's also more accessible because you can just slide in those DMs. It makes it more accessible for people to hook up with random people. You don't even have to leave the house.
So easy.
I mean, grown ass women should be able to have sex whenever they want to. Like I saw you tweet out, "Control makes me wish I had a bathtub, weed, candles, and a temporary nigga."
This is true. Yeah. I did, but that was a mood. That was what the album did. I don't even smoke. I can't. Weed doesn't agree with me, but it made me feel that way, and I love that album so much.
Oh,
like,
SZA's fire.
It's just it's incredible.
What's that guy named Kofi Cerebus? What's his name?
Kofi Cerebro?
Cerebi. Has he shot his shot yet?
Cerebro.
He always flirting with you.
I mean, he's a very handsome guy.
Like I seen him jump out the window. Somebody said something to you the other day, and it was like, "I can't wait to wife up Issa Rae." And he was like, "Nah."
Yeah, that had me dying laughing. It was.
He was also in Girls Trip. I don't know if you saw it.
Yeah, I saw Girls Trip. I thought it was hilarious. It was, and I loved his role, and I loved the Jada. Like Tiffany Haddish is hilarious in the movie. Of course, Regina. I'm always a super fan.
Did it
and
make
Queen
you look
Latifah.
at Kofi like,
Did it make? I mean, he's fine. Like at the end of the day, he's fine.
Has he legitimately shot his shot, or that's just some social media stuff? Are y'all really dating on the low and ain't told nobody yet?
No, dang. I did not know I was about to be blasted in this way. You know, I've seen him around. That's it.
Yeah.
No secret dating whatsoever.
you guys have each other's numbers though.
Wow, y'all.
No.
Is he gonna be in the new season of Insecure?
He's not going to be in the new
Cameo?
season, but we have a bunch of other great cameos this season.
Who else you got in there? Last season you had what?
Jadena.
We have Jadena. We have, I don't want
$5
to,
sign.
I can't say because the Variety Reporter, we have Sterling K. Brown who's going to be on this season, which I'm really excited about.
Lil Rel, because he won't stop tweeting that he's on.
Lil Rel, yes. Lil Rel is on this season. He's pretty prominent. And, you know, for the rest of the people, you have to watch. I can't even remember.
I still can't believe you cheated on Lawrence. And then I read your book and realized you cheat in real life. Yeah.
I had it passed. You know, there's some elements that are based on.
Who are you, Issa?
I'm me. I mean, I've had, you know, transgressions, as I like to call it, but, you know, you learn. And for me, it was just always a defense mechanism, just given, like, I didn't want to have feelings for people. I didn't want to, it was like be cheated on. And it was just a stupid way to think. But, you know, I still am very honest in my relationships.
I think you'd be hard pressed to find anyone who's never cheated in their life.
I've met a couple people who haven't, who
not
are just
that
great.
many though.
Really?
It's not. I think.
I think everybody
point,
has, whether you're emotionally cheating, you're physically cheating, like it's hard to be like monogamous, I think.
I'm interested to see. So Jay Ellis is going to be on this new season.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Lawrence?
Okay. Yeah, Lawrence.
Yes.
Okay,
Why
so you're
wouldn't
going to
he
be
be?
going really hard to get him back, or is it like, okay, I got to give him some space?
You
'Cause
gotta
some
watch the
people say
first
space
episode.
isn't good.
Why isn't space good?
I mean, space is good, but you just got to know space just means I'm going to be out here giving back shots to more young women, okay? Not just the one you saw at the end of the last.
Like, if
episode.
you guys-
You are
you-
such a fan. You are such a Hive member. And
Yes, I am. Lawrence Hive.
so hurt. Like you really wanted to. I've seen you repeatedly say you want to see Issa suffering.
I don't understand
Yes,
that.
I want to see you balled up in the fetal
Why are
position.
you so mad?
First
His
episode,
His
eating
wife
ice
cheated on him
cream,
before,
crying.
Oh.
and these are the feelings that
We've
Is
been
that
together
it?
since high school, though. So,
Oh yeah, that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I mean,
So I think women
I
should,
get it.
I think women should suffer when they cheat on a good man.
Did your wife suffer? And were you a good man
No,
at the time?
No, I
All
wasn't.
right, then what are you talking about? It's always one-sided. I feel like there are two sides to every story. In my real life, of course, I feel like, you know, Lawrence was trying his best, and that was a very cruel thing to happen. But I'm all about forgiveness. And men cheat all the time,
All
and
the
women
time.
take them back all the time.
Because
But-
y'all know we retarded and we stupid. And
Women
y'all
can be
better than
dumb
us.
too.
No, y'all not. Y'all not. Y'all really aren't. That's the problem with women and men. When women cheat, it's something emotional involved. Men just do
That's
it for
such a-
ego.
I don't think that's true.
That's
at all.
exactly.
That's an excuse.
I think so. And I think that's a stereotype. I think women can be completely unemotional about cheating.
You don't think there's girls out there that just smash because they felt like it and have no feelings for the guy?
Yeah, but they had to
Exactly.
sleep with Amber Rose, so they don't really count.
Shut up. Shut
Yeah,
up.
Issa, I always felt like Lawrence was slipping a little bit, and maybe that is how your character did manage to hook up with somebody else because he forgot her, didn't do anything for her birthday. He was kind of on the couch for years. You held him down for so long. And there were certain things that he didn't step up and do when he should have did them. And I kind of felt like it put a little bit of a disconnect for you guys for a period of time.
I think that's part of it, but I think it's mostly on her. Like, if that were the case, I feel like their communication really, really needed some work. And for me, it was just, I felt like it was more about her decision. I think that once she saw Daniel and once she had this whole revelation that she wasn't doing what she wanted to be doing in life, that she had been passive this
and you
entire
had also
time.
moved out too for a period of time.
I mean, she just left the house and didn't call him back, which was also a very passive thing to do. So I think when she planted the seed, like, I want to change my life, I want to do something different. It didn't matter if Lawrence stepped up his game or not. She had already, once a girl knows that she's gonna,
give that
especially
boom to somebody else.
but she might not have
she's
thought
gonna go away.
that at all if he had been all along doing what working, doing good.
Maybe.
I don't agree with that though, because you made the choice to stay with him.
She made the choice to stay with him, at the time, and because they had both recommitted to each other. In episode 3, they decide, like, we're gonna recommit to each other. But she had already opened that door with Daniel, and once he came back, it was hard to say no.
I be having to forget that that's a character you play, because I be so mad at you sometimes. I be like, look at Issa, little
My
cheating
mentions are, when Yvonne came on the show, I was livid. First of all, I woke up from a text from her, and she was like, "Girl, just so you know, I want to. It's not my fault, but don't check your phone today." And I was like, "What? What happened?" And then it was just all fucking day. Cheater, yo, cheating hoe ass. Cheater. Hashtag cheater. I don't watch the show, but you a cheater, bitch. Like, what? Where did you come from? So thank you for showing me your power. That was great.
I just be forgetting that's just a character you play.
Is Yvonne still a virgin?
Jesus Christ.
Like, did she get some by the time? That's for her to tell you. I mean, to my knowledge, but you guys are your questions, man.
Are you really writing this movie with Rihanna and Lupita, directed by Ava? Or that just some Twitter stuff too?
Twitter is so powerful. I mean, they're great to even just have my name in the running for that. But every time I'm asked that question, I defer to Ava.
Like, whatever she says is what
Whatever
goes.
she says is what the word is.
So if Ava says it's happening, it's happening.
If Ava says it's happening, it's happening. If she says it's not and it's unconfirmed, which I believe she has said, then it's not. And she has also said that, we're on a text chain. So I guess I can say that too.
Oh, y'all got a group text? So it's you, Ava, Rihanna, and Lupita?
That's what Ava said.
Oh, okay.
So-
What's the name of the group? You had funny names for their group chats.
You almost got me. You almost got me.
Now, do you feel a way about getting shut out of the Emmys?
Do I feel the way? I mean, it would have been amazing. It would have been like a good look for season 2, but it just makes me want to work harder.
Kind of weird though, because you got nominated for Golden Globes and all that.
They don't. I mean, they overlap sometimes, but I feel like I think Emmys and Oscars overlap with the Golden Globes a little bit, but there's some that just don't make it. But I'm proud of the work that we're
People
doing.
were
I feel like
so mad.
I felt the love. I really felt the love that day, which was incredible. But I'm like, these things go how they go, and I feel like all we can do is just keep on proving ourselves. And there's so many shows that I love that have not been nominated for Emmys. So
I'm about to say Ebony's. We do need
that's
the
what's up. We
Ebony's.
need some Ebony's. Get Ebony's to get on that.
I got
But
an Emmy, but I got an Ebony.
yep.
Did you feel like it was a black thing?
No, no, because there's so many
Yeah.
amazing black shows that have been nominated, and black people. So I mean, I think it's just a visibility thing. I think it's the Television Academy is limited, and there's just so much good stuff out there right now that you just gotta really be at the cream of the crop to stand out. So we'll do our best. We'll see what happens next year.
I read your book, and it's interesting because you exude a confidence like on the show that you didn't have growing up.
Did anybody have a lot of confidence growing up? I mean, I guess I know
depends.
some people that were
Yeah.
like
I'm
middle
trying to
school and
think.
like killing it, but then they peaked in middle school, and then that was it. But I just, I mean, I struggled with confidence. I think I had my confidence shattered in various moments, and that's always just affected how I operate.
What were the insecurities?
I mean, how I looked, how I was overweight. I was from Senegal, and coming to the States for the first time, and then being from the East Coast, moving to the West Coast, like changing schools every 2 years, always having to reintroduce myself, and like there were always elements. But I feel like it's not different from any other adolescent story. It's just I took it really, really hard.
The diversity thing was interesting for me because like that's my daughter now. Like my daughter's like the only
the black girl.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? And so like the pressure to be black. And even as a father, right? Like when I go to these like little events and stuff, all the music they play is black. So it'd be like whipping nay nay and all that. And then you realize your daughter can't whip it nay nay. And you black girl whipping nay nay.
That was me. And then being expected to whip it nay nay right, and just not being able to deliver. But I think once I came from predominantly white school, my mom was just like, you're becoming too white. We're gonna get you out of these schools. And I went to an all black high school in it was a black and Latino high school on the border of Watson, Compton. And then once I was immersed in that, I kind of went the opposite route. Like I haven't had any white friends in a while. I just realized like I've just been I'm from college. I went to Stanford and was in the black community there so strong, and I just immersed myself in that. And of course, majored in black studies. Then professionally had a bunch of jobs that were predominantly African American focused. So I only realized that in being in the writers' room, and we have a couple of white writers who are now my friends, who are amazing. And I remember just like judging them and judging white people in general. I think I made a blanket statement like, if you're white and you don't have any black friends, like you're racist or you're misinformed, like whatever. And then I realized like, oh, I don't really have white friends. And am I?
Well, you racist.
But I can't be racist.
You can't be
so.
racist.
Now, how'd you lose so much weight?
And how big were you?
Said
You
lost
never
50
really
pounds.
say
He said
that in the
size
book.
8.
Did you say I'm a size 8?
They said you were a size 8. Is that true?
Oh, I mean, I think I still am a size 8. I think so.
That's not big at all.
Yeah,
That's-
Now,
he's saying
now,
he's
no,
saying
you said I
he's still
was a
fat,
size.
yo. Damn,
Envy,
he's
I
still-
didn't
lost
understand.
50
Damn,
pounds.
yo.
I didn't say that. Go ahead.
Damn,
Continue.
this
yo.
ain't going well, man.
Damn.
This is not going well for
Every
me today.
time.
How did I lose weight? I started just eating. I stopped eating all of the things and started eating less of the things. And once you're on TV, like I've been seeing people say like, oh, HBO made her do it, or she felt that Hollywood pressure. I've been trying to lose weight since I was 12. Like that's just it. And for me, this actually gave me a reason to do it. And it really just is about like how I feel like I want to look. And it's all vanity. It's vanity. Like I want to look good in a bathing suit. It's summertime. I want to look good to me naked. Like that's it. And then when December rolls around, I'm gonna be eating again and going to town.
But in the book, you lost mad weight because you got sick, right?
I can't remember even what time period that was. I think I lost weight. Oh no, because I went to Senegal, I lost mad weight because you're eating on regimented times and you don't get to snack all day, and then you're walking everywhere and it's hot as hell, so it's like being in a sauna. And then in college, I lost more weight later.
When you wrote this book, you didn't have the TV deal with HBO yet. When this book, when you
no, it had just been announced. Like I was in early development, and then I wrote it before we were actually writing the show.
oh, so there's another book coming soon then, because things have changed a lot.
Shit was hard. Things have changed, and I do think that while the book, I stand by it. Like I was obviously a lot younger when I wrote it, and I have more experiences that I've had. So there's some things I've said in there where I'm like, girl, what are you talking about? Like you don't think that way anymore. But
That's okay. Malcolm Gladwell said the same thing about his work.
yeah, I think it just shows that you evolve, and because the publishing schedule is so like far in advance, I felt like I automatically when as soon as it released, thank you for this plug, I was like, oh, okay, I've experienced so much, and so much has happened in the world that I kind of feel like I said some irresponsible things that I just don't stand by. But for the most part, I stand by everything that I said in that book.
What don't you stand by anymore?
I'm not gonna tell you because you just
gotta
gotta
read it and find
Just
out.
read it and be like, oh, does she still think like that? And I don't.
Is it the ABG guide, the black women
No,
and
stop
Asian
going through
men?
the No, you'll find something in there.
Now, Issa, are you working on other things? I know Insecure obviously is very time consuming. But do you have time to say, okay, I'm going to do this movie, or I'm going to do?
Yeah, I'm writing a couple of movies now, and have opportunities for to be in other movies. But I love staying behind the scenes. I'm producing another show with a writer that I'm super excited about, and that's going to be on the off months of Insecure. And still constantly producing work online, just via YouTube with other up and coming creators. So it really doesn't stop. I'm always doing something. I like to keep my hands in different baskets.
That's what I like about you. We talked about it last time I spoke to you at the BET Genius Talk, but the fact that you're still going back to YouTube. Like, you got the show on YouTube now. It's called...
There's one, Milk and Honey. There's BSU. There's another series that I'm really excited about called Giants that was going into its second season. But we have a lot of content. We always do short films, short film Sundays once a month, and that, highlights another Black creative or a woman of color creative. So we're out here, and then the goal is to just put people in the system, because these are the people that we ultimately reference to bring in our writers' rooms or recommend for other jobs or to write other films. And so it's just really about facilitating a system where we can be seen and heard, and that way you can't have the excuse like we couldn't find any Black writers, we couldn't find any Black creatives. So one step at a time.
Now, do you have the Mona Scott Young contract with the people on your show? Because, I mean, a lot of them popping, like Amanda bubbling and the...
she was already popping.
No, she was already popping. Like, she was getting... the other young lady was... I can't remember.
Yvonne Orji?
I know Yvonne, the other one. She just got a deal with...
Oh, Natasha Rothwell. She
funny as hell.
She was also already popping, too. She was an SNL writer and then had her Netflix special before we got her. And she's just such a great addition to the show. But no, I don't know what the Mona Scott Young deal is.
Your contract is I own you. Anything you do for the next 7 years, I'm getting a piece.
No, I don't own anyone. Maybe I should. Is that real? But that's also like the SNL contract, right? They own
something like that. Yeah.
People, and the Ryan Seacrest contract, he's making bank off of the Kardashians, which is crazy to me. But no, I don't. I'm not that smart.
And also, it's not like you created these people. They came and
exactly,
and got them there because they already have their own things happening.
They're loaning their talents to the show, and I'm just grateful to be even be able to work with them, and they make the show better at the end of the day. So I don't think I can take a piece of it.
Did a lot of them want more money? The second season had way more money.
Have they asked for more money?
Yes, hell yeah.
They haven't asked me for more money.
Okay.
I mean,
that's something they probably deal with their lawyers with the.
Because first season,
I know nothing.
Like, I'll take whatever, but now it's popping. You be like, all right, now.
It's not. We just started, so
that's your story.
Yeah, no, it's real.
I'm not gonna be like, hey, I need more money or I'm not coming back. We're gonna figure it out.
I mean.
Yeah.
They could try that, but I'm saying like do that when the show is like popping. But we're just getting started.
In your head, do you have an amount of seasons that you see this going?
Yes.
Really? How many?
I don't want to say.
I ain't giving HBO no idea.
Yeah, I'm not. Right. I'm not, but I do. I think there's a finite story to be told, and I hate when things drag out. I just love a good beginning, middle, and end, and that's what I want to do with this show.
But if you do that, that's kind of like the end of the awkward Black girl thing altogether, though, right?
I mean, Awkward Black Girl is a phase, Insecure is a project. I think there's just, and as I grow, I want to tell different stories, and I want to produce other people's stories that I relate to. So I feel like that's okay. Like, things have beginnings and ends, and I always identify with Awkward Black Girl. I always identify as insecure in some elements of my life, but there are other stories that I want to tell, and I just would like to just have that stand alone and be good. As opposed to being like, it's still going. It's 2040 and
we're still insecure.
Now, in your book, you talk about hair hierarchy.
Yes.
Seems like you settled on the natural, right?
Settled on the natural? It's the hair that grows on my head. Yeah.
I have a choice.
Seems like you chose that shit. Damn.
No, I
seems like that's what you got going on.
Like you chose natural.
Make it worse.
It's Monday. This
chose natural.
Yes, I love my natural hair. It's just for a while I was like struggling with like how do I wear my hair? Like nobody else is wearing their hair like this in this way. It's all about either weaves or relaxing your hair, and all of that is fine. But my hair personally can't take that. Like when I tried to perm and relax, I begged my mom to like let me do it, and she was like, your hair can't handle it, tell me. And I was like, no, but everybody else at school's got it, like just let me do it. And then of course my hair fell out, and she was like, I told you, bald-headed ass, like that was, you shouldn't have done that.
And how times change now, everybody celebrates the natural, no perm, no weave. It's such a big thing right now, especially in the hair care industry. Everybody's catering to that natural hair, and they're like, I love Issa Rae's hair.
I think it happens in cycles. I think we constantly pray, like obviously in the 70s, natural hair was like a huge element, and it was all about Black power and embracing it. And I think now, people are just super open to it, but they're not, it's not at the expense of relaxing your hair or, whatever else you can do to your hair. I think it's just like, now this is a new way you can wear it and you can celebrate it, and it's been around forever. People have been doing it forever.
Right.
But it's great that it's being celebrated in the way that it is, without putting down like, oh, you wear weaves. Like we can wear any style we want to.
All right. Now, if you are dating somebody, do they get mad when you tweet out pictures of Idris Elba and you be like, oh?
Wait, hold on. Now he's in a relationship. She said she's been.
You guys, I've said nothing.
She
I've
definitely
said nothing.
did not say that. But okay, well, Kofi.
Are you in a relationship?
So her and Kofi are together. Now, does he get upset when you tweet out pictures of Idris Elba and be like, oh?
Nobody gets upset about anything that I do, because what I do is just I was hacked. I did not tweet that. No, I stand by what I say. If you find someone attractive, like I say it, and it's fact.
But men are insecure. No pun intended.
Men are very insecure, but I tend to deal with men who tend to be confident.
Would you be upset if your man posted a Woman Crush Wednesday of someone else?
Yes, I will fuck him up. No, I don't mind. Actually, I don't know. I've never been in that situation.
Woman Crush Wednesday, that's like shooting your shot for real.
Is it? It's just
kind
posting
of
someone that you admire. I also am very like, I'm literally just saying this person is attractive. I'm not trying to shoot my shot. I'm not doing anything.
Yeah,
like
but
that.
you have a reputation as a cheater.
My character has a reputation as a cheater.
In your book, you want
Issa
to.
Rae is a cheater. Even in her book, she talks about it. Like,
that book is old.
That was it was old. It was in past. It was a very specific time period.
yes, it was.
Yeah.
Time period.
He wants people to get in your mentions again.
I know, dang. Please stay out of my mentions. I'm not a cheater. So please.
Well, I'm super excited for Insecure to come back, and we celebrate you. I love the show. I was telling Envy before we came in here, I love that the not trying to have to act like you're perfect and have everything together, that you have brought that really to the forefront. Because I feel like a lot of times for Black women, we have to try to give off this image of, okay, I got everything
Issa.
together, we're holding it down.
She's
But
just
we
like,
all,
yo, you far
but,
from perfect. You just bringing it to the
Right, I'm
forefront.
saying, but nobody's
Twist her words. I was really feeling it.
Nobody's
I'm
perfect, and it's
listening.
okay to be awkward, because I have all kinds of awkward situations and
She
awkward
said she's
moments.
awkward.
Amen.
She's
That's
mad
my
that you're
whole
awkward,
life.
too. That's
So
what she
it
said.
is nice to feel like you can
Solidarity.
relate to somebody else that is successful and awkward.
And then
Thank
Regina's
you.
awkward too. Regina's
Regina's mad
That's what
awkward.
we're saying about
Awkward.
Regina's awkward.
She is. That's why I was drawn to her. I've been, having a chance to work with her for a couple of years now, and she's just one of the most down to earth, hilarious
she's very
people.
awkward.
She said she walked on the plane and saw you, and she said, "What's up, bitch?"
She did, and I didn't hear her. I had my headphones in, and then she had to and then she had to repeat it. I was like, "Oh, hey, girl, good to see you." She
You
was
never
like,
want
"I
to say
said,
what's up, bitch, twice. One time. It doesn't have the same effect.
My goodness.
it did not have the same effect." But I thank you for saying that. Thank you for like always supporting the show, you guys. It's been so amazing. I meant to tell you last time I was here, and I was too shy to tell you, but I saw you at a strip club, and I was so impressed because you were dropping them ones.
Oh, was
You
I?
was
I
in a
was
strip
going-
club?
She was working.
She was not working. Was I at the
you
strip
tell
club?
her?
Yeah, it was my first non Los Angeles strip club,
What
because
club
I've
was
been
this?
my first female strip club. It was in the
Miami?
It was in Miami.
Ooh, that's a
Plies
good one.
was there that night.
Rico Love.
Rico Love? I don't know.
Were we at the office or were we at Tootsie's?
I don't know what it was called.
Was
I don't
it
know.
like a
I forgot what
bougie
it was
one,
called.
or was it a
It was
real hood?
definitely not bougie.
Okay,
It
we was
smelled.
at
Who was
the
you in there
office.
cheating on?
I was, first of all, I went there. Oh, someone else brought me there. I was just with a group of girls because it was somebody's birthday and she wanted to go to the strip club.
Were you throwing ones?
I was throwing 20s because I was an idiot. I was an idiot
You throwing
because I didn't have.
Rookie.
I was very much,
this
and then
is
I was
good.
picking them back up
20s?
and then throwing it again because I was like, she didn't even see it. Let me just make sure she sees it because this is $20.
And Issa, trust me, they seen it.
Did they?
They
So they
see
knew. And then I was
everything.
going back to the
How many 20s did
ATM.
you throw?
I was just very impressed. I probably spent like $500 that night. It wasn't.
Why didn't you get changed? That's
And
a
you
good
know
night
what?
if you get
That's
it
a
once.
great question. I don't know why. I think I was also very drunk, and it was too much of a line to get changed, and I was also online.
You don't wait online to get changed.
I did it wrong.
Now, when was this? Is this Issa Rae, Awkward Black Girl YouTube or Insecure HBO?
This is right
YouTube.
before Insecure premiere. It was like it was the weekend. It was a Revolt weekend. It was the
Yes,
weekend we
I
got the
remember that.
news that we were gonna be picked up to series.
Oh, for
So-
season 2? Oh,
For
the
no,
first
for
the
season
first one,
for
they
the
hadn't
first
started
season
yet.
that we.
Oh, so you
we
weren't
hadn't
getting
even
like shout outs in the club yet? No.
No, not at all, not at all. But I was excited to see you there, and I was like, look at Ashley,
I'd have gave you a stack of ones to throw. You know,
you were busy.
so
So was
Throwing money.
and so was Plies, but it was just very. It was impressive.
yeah, we had a lot of money.
Issa Rae, ladies and gentlemen.
I got one more question. Do you think cheating is ever justifiable?
No, I don't think so. I think you just you have to communicate with your partner at all costs. I think like it's unfair to not tell your partner like, hey, I'm about to be out in the streets, or I want to end this relationship with you. So no, it's never justifiable.
I heard
This
that
is
if
Issa
you-
talking, not Issa the character on Insecure.
I heard that if you cheat and the person doesn't find out, you shouldn't tell them.
I mean,
If they're not, because some people do it to like. Ease
I've
their
heard that
conscience,
too.
and they
That
say
it's
that all
selfish.
it does, they say it's selfish. They say if you cheated and you're not gonna get caught, don't tell because all it does is make the other person feel terrible and ease your own guilt. That's
I
what
mean,
I've heard.
I always ask if people want to know, like, like do men? I feel like men don't want to know
I
for the
don't wanna
most
know.
part. They just want to exist and know that this relationship is perfect and move on.
I don't
So-
want to know.
I don't want to know.
Do you
either.
want to
See,
know?
it's like, do I want to know?
I do
Oh, I
wanna know, but I
always
don't
want to
wanna
know.
know.
I always want to know. I want to know everything. Like
Really?
I feel
Yeah.
like I'm turned on by honesty. I love knowing everything that is happening up front. Your thoughts, your feelings, what you don't like about the relationship. Like I like that. I thrive off of communication.
Isn't that too much?
You hear
Honestly,
that,
like,
Mystery Bay? All you got to do if you get caught cheating, just tell the
Just
truth.
tell her the
Yeah.
truth.
All right,
Girl,
Mystery
I
Bay?
cheated. She
just
was
let her
so
know.
good.
Just let Issa know it's all good.
They was so wet.
All right, not all that.
Was
Not all
season
of
2
that.
open with the Best Buy shirt hanging?
No, because it closed with the Best Buy shirt, Charlamagne. Can you we're moving on from this. Jeez.
I just need you to be crying on the first episode. That's all I want.
He went
Just watch
outside
it.
on the couch crying.
Right. I mean, I get it. You just watch the first episode and you'll see what happens.
Can't wait.
All right.
What is it, July?
July 23rd.
Oh, this is a good
23rd.
weekend.
Not
Girls
girls
just
trip.
come out.
Envy, come on, man.
Yeah,
intern.
it's a black woman strong weekend, so I'm hyped.
All right.
Hold on, y'all are the 23rd. Yeah. And it's,
Girls
and
trip is the
it's
21st.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she knows.
Issa Rae, ladies and gentlemen.
Thanks,
it's the
guys.
Breakfast Club. Good morning.